Hi, my name is Chris and I am the founder and CEO of Execufit online coaching platform. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I just wanted to tell you a little bit about myself, my origin story so to speak, why I became interested in health and fitness, where I am today, my experience, how I think I can help you, why I founded the Execufit platform. To cut a long story short, I was born and raised in southwest London, lived in the UK for most of my life, moved out to the Middle East where I got some pretty good job opportunities. But in terms of my interest when it comes to health and fitness, I've always been a pretty physically active child, so I think I remember kicking football around at the age of 5 or 6, playing cricket in the back garden with cousins, athletics, running track for school and high school and county, swimming, basketball, badminton, tennis, you name it. I tried my hand or foot at all of them. So I was always a pretty active child, and that I guess sparked my main interest when it comes to health and fitness in general. In terms of my work experience, whilst studying in my late teens, I was working in retail, so I worked in a few department stores. So I kind of got that gist for customer service and customer relations, how to look after people and how to kind of make sure that essentially people got what they wanted, rightly or wrongly in a lot of cases. I moved on from there to working in sort of more office-based jobs, still in customer service, but more office-based. That's when I kind of discovered just how much your life can change when it comes to having a sedentary lifestyle. It tends to be the case that just in the same way that people's workouts or exercise tends to be the driver for their nutrition, that a sedentary life tends to be the driver for a lack of activity in general. So I saw how the two very closely and at first hand were intertwined. After that, I did my electrical installation papers and I was an electrician for a number of years. And I just kind of got fed up of being cold. Working in the UK in the winter trying to wire up lighting bollards in the snow is not a lot of fun. So I decided that there's got to be an easier way to make money. And whilst it might not have been easier, I did my level 3 personal training certificate and carried on doing other qualifications thereafter. But there is a lot more to know than I think people really realise when it comes to health and fitness and training. But I think that it gave me a really good grounding, actually, doing that qualification. And I spent various time periods working in different fields when it comes to health and fitness. So I've spent time in doing just general population, people that just want to build a bit of muscle and lose a bit of weight. I've spent time doing rehabilitation, return to sport, so people that get injured and want to return to the sport that they've been playing, and also just basic functional training, so basic functional movement patterns that translate into everyday life as it's commonly known. And then later on moving into body transformations and people who are more interested in their aesthetics as opposed to performance, which I guess leads me into what part of fitness is of most interest to me and what I feel, given my experience in working in all of those different fields, be of more of a benefit to people. This leads me on to why I became a coach, and to answer that question I would say that it's always quite a rewarding experience to take somebody from zero to being able to implement their own workout strategies and nutritional habits and changing their lifestyle. And for me, that's more powerful than any other reward that you can get from doing a job, to be honest with you. In terms of my own training experience, typically, like most young men going in the gym, I decided that the only way to gain respect from those around me was to build as much muscle as possible. I probably started in my mid-teens. I was always a skinny teen, so it was really hard for me to build muscle. At least I wasn't training properly. So, when you don't know what you don't know, I guess. Until I really learned how to train properly was when I started to develop in terms of my own personal goals and my physique in general. So that started my training experience, and then I sort of moved out into other more functional movement patterns and other training disciplines while using different bits of equipment, things like kettlebells and sandbags, and moving the body differently, challenging the body in different planes of motion. When you do a level 3 certificate, they talk about movement patterns and stuff like that. And then you go into the gym and everything is moving in these linear straight lines, and it's like, well, I thought the body was designed to move. Well, guess what? It is designed to move. That's basically what I advocate for. So why is training important to me? Well, for me, it's just a case of longevity. I think that I've gained a newfound respect, moving into my 40s when it comes to how the body moves, the changes that happen in the body after a certain period of time, the amount of time it takes to recover from certain types of exercise and stuff like that, And I think that without this type of knowledge and expertise, people can really get on this hamster wheel of going through the same things that they've been doing for the last 5 to 10 years in terms of their training, and not making the necessary adjustments to cope with the life-changing things that happen to everybody naturally. So this is really the message that I would like to drive home to people, is that, if you have to, once you get to a certain age and a certain period, you need to start looking after your body in a different way. So what inspired Execufit? Well, as I said before, working in the corporate industry and working in office-based jobs, I realized that the lack of activity, lack of motivation, lack of energy, lack of sleep, just lack in general, is primarily the reason why I feel like, because all of those things are so intertwined with one another, it's really important to gain a better understanding of why these things contribute to chronic health issues in the future. These things cannot be understated, when it comes to your long-term health. And they say that, sitting is the new smoking. And you look at the research and everything points to exercise being the answer when it comes to, your longevity and health in the long term. So what can you expect from me as a coach? I have been coaching now for over 15 years, helped hundreds of clients, and I do find it rewarding. I still train myself, I still train clients, I still find it extremely interesting, case by case. Everybody is different and everybody has a different level of training experience. But all of the experience and knowledge and qualifications that I've gained over the years is meaningless unless I'm able to share it with people. That's not to say that, people shouldn't be allowed to make their own mistakes, but where you can offer guidance and help people to fast track their progress or avoid certain complications or misunderstandings, or just bridge the gap in terms of their lack of knowledge, I believe it is our duty to do so. And that's what any potential client of mine can expect. They can expect the expertise, the knowledge, the delivery of the information. I like to think that it's a clear and concise delivery. And listen, sometimes I don't know is the best answer to the question that you're asking. And if the answer is I don't know, I will be frank and I will say I don't know, but I will find out and I will come back to you. And that's always been my mantra. I think that there are a lot of, I want to say, charlatans in the industry that will tell you the things that you want to hear because they just want to line their pockets with your money. And the truth is, if you want long-term success, it comes with sacrifice, it comes with discipline, and it comes with the understanding and the knowledge. Take it forward with you in the long term. So that's my message, that's my mission, is to try to make sure that people in general live a long, happy, healthy life. And hopefully you'll be able to enjoy this journey with me.